Hi, my name is Alex and I welcome you to today's video. Imagine the following scenes. The deep forests of Michigan, snowy mountains in Alaska, or the open expanses of the Russian tundra. All of this is available to explore in the open sandbox of SnowRunner. You explore these landscapes from the cab of tank-like vehicles and semi-trucks. After the release of MudRunner on the Nintendo Switch in 2018, the sequel SnowRunner is now also coming to Nintendo's hybrid console. For gamers who don't do much with vehicle simulations of any kind, the game's premise may sound off-putting. After the first few minutes, however, it turns out that this concern is unfounded, although you won't be spared either. After the tricky entry, the player is immediately captivated by the breathtaking world, the challenging physics engine and the calm atmosphere. Compared to the predecessor, Spintire's MudRunner, the developers from Saber Interactive have stepped it up quite a few notches with the current release. The map is 4 times larger than in MudRunner and the number of vehicles has been doubled. The customization options have been increased and the mission design has been expanded. The missions in SnowRunner don't just involve transporting wood as in the predecessor, but have now been supplemented with delivery and salvage missions. However, the principle of the off-road simulation has been retained. Good roads are extremely rare in SnowRunner. There are roads and bridges, but some of them are only unlocked as the game progresses. The majority of the terrain to be conquered is made up of mud-covered paths, raging rivers, icy lakes, and dense forests. The complex physics engines makes passing the realistically simulated terrain extremely challenging. The lighting and particle effects, as well as the good sound design of the vehicles, provide a graphically and acoustically excellent feeling when driving through the mud, snow and rivers. The increasing difficulty level during the missions also provides the right amount of long-term motivation. One of the most important virtues to keep in mind when dealing with various trucks is patience. The missions are relatively time-consuming and some delivery jobs may take up to 30 minutes of your time. Depending on your type of vehicle, speed and versatility will vary. A pickup truck, for example, is faster on the road and, unlike its larger counterparts, can also climb slopes. However, the smaller vehicles then lack the necessary load capacity to handle some jobs. The biggest lifesaver in the game is the winch. With it, players can maneuver their way out of any mud hole, no matter how big, with the help of its pulling power and some well thought out counter-steering. At the touch of a button, the winch automatically attaches itself to the nearest surface. If even that doesn't help, there is always the recovery function. This resets the vehicle to the starting point of the area in question, but be careful, the carried cargo will be lost. There is hardly anything to complain about the control of the vehicles and the overall impression. It feels bulky, but contributes to the special experience within the scope of the game idea. From time to time, however, there can be problems with the camera. It gets tangled up in buildings or similar structures in some cases. We did not notice any major glitches during testing. The world can be driven either alone or online with up to 3 other truckers. Participants are quickly found and progress is always based on the host. The missions can then be tackled together, which lowers the difficulty level significantly. The only difficulty is that communication with random players is somewhat complicated, which can lead to complications in mission execution. What would a game with vehicles be without customization options? With over 40 vehicles, SnowRunner's fleet knows how to impress. Most of the vehicles can be purchased in workshops of the world, which also serve as fast travel hubs. There they can also be customized. A large selection of tires, engines and transmissions, visual goodies like paint jobs and accessories, as well as upgrades like snow chains and intake snorkels make the tuner's heart beat faster. SnowRunner is extremely interesting from a technical point of view. The game was developed by Saber Interactive, who also brought The Witcher 3 to the Switch. SnowRunner is a very expansive and beautiful open world game, even on the Switch. Of course, you can see clear differences to other versions, especially in the texture quality and resolution. Nevertheless, the final product on the Switch is quite impressive. In terms of frame rate, the port is largely solid. Saber Interactive targets 30 frames per second, but drops can still occur in some cases, which do not affect the gameplay. So let's come to a conclusion. What remains to be said about SnowRunner? The title knows how to convince with its challenging but fair gameplay and solid graphics. The physics of mud, snow and water feel realistic and make for an extraordinary gaming experience. SnowRunner stands out positively from its already good predecessor. A bit of a shame is the fact that the Season Pass has to be purchased separately. For these reasons I rate SnowRunner for the Nintendo Switch an 8.5 out of 10. Thanks for watching. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them below. If you liked it, we would be very happy about a like and a subscription, or if you are interested in getting early access to our future reviews, feel free to visit our Patreon page.
Closed doors, I'm a fool for your love.